mean? Oh yeah, of course. Okay.
Okay, so now everyone's going to see you, so say hello.
No, they're not, because you've not gone live here.
Yes, it has. You'll come up in a moment. Say. So say hello to everybody. Come on, Liam. Out the way. Come on, Pippi, out the way.
Come on, Liam.
No, he's going under the table. No, he's coming out again. Good morning, afternoon and evening, everybody. Fingers crossed, a second time lucky. Hopefully it works. So, Linda did pop in a few moments ago and say hello. So, hi honey. Give us a shout if you're there. Just give me a minute. I'm going to close the door and lock the pets out. Where is she? I can hear her. There we go. Oh. So I'm hoping you guys can hear me this time round, because of course last time round you couldn't. Don't know if it's working. Hello. So I'm hoping you guys can see me and can hear me. I'm in about when I said I would attempt it again. Right, so what have I got for you today? Hopefully something. Hopefully one of you will come in. Okay, according to this, I have got one viewer in. Do me a favour, whoever you are, please type a message in. Well, according to this, I'm live, so fingers crossed. Right, so where have I gone? I am so lost. There we go. Yay! You can see and hear me. A beautiful. Thank you, Susan, for popping that up. So at least now I know, one, I'm not alone, and two, you can hear me this time. Right. So as I attempted to tell you guys earlier, I've got a wedding to go to next month, and I am actually attempting to make a dress. Now, I'd seen the pattern for this dress about a year ago now, so I ordered some yarn to make it, and I don't think I've ordered enough, because now I've read the pattern. Proper rookie mistake, mind. I've read the pattern, and I found that 2 balls of this might not be enough, because not only am I wider than the model in the picture, I'm also about 5 or 6 inches taller than her as well. So I'm just gonna have to see how it goes. It might not be as long as I thought, because I started doing it on Sunday, and I've been proper manic crocheting it, and I got to something like row 37 or row 38 of this pattern, and it's one of these patterns that you start under the bust and you work down, you make the skirt, and then you come back and you make the top half. So there I am, making the bit between under the bust down, and I just started the skirt, and I thought, do you know what, I might as well give it a go. I might as well put it on and see what it looks like. So there I am. I've flipped it over my head, because of course this pattern as well had to choose an awkward one that you can't adjust once you've started doing it. You work in the round on it, and you just keep going round and round and round. So it's a really simple pattern to do, but there is no room for muck-ups really. So I've put this over my head and got stuck. Managed to get it down past the boobies, still got stuck, and I was like, right, well, I can't wear it. It's pointless carrying on with it, because I can't get it on, and there's no chance of me losing enough weight around this area to be able to get it over my head, and there's no chance of me pulling it up past my bottom either. So I undid the lot, and I think I must have done about half a cake by that point, and so I had to frog it, all of it, and then start it all again. So I started it again last night, and I'm up to row 21. Yeah, 21, nearly 22, and that is, that's the pattern there. It's really, really nice, really, really simple. It's front row and a V-stitch, and it's front row V-stitch repeat. There we go. Hopefully you can pick that up. And yep, you got to see Mr. Crazy. That's what you were really looking forward to, wasn't it, Jen? It wasn't talking about chat. It was seeing Mr. Crazy and seeing whether he'd just got out of the bath or not. Because last time you got to see chest hair. Sorry, he's clothed this time. Oh dear. Yeah, so hopefully I'm going to get this done this month. I'm still working on the poppies, but I'm doing those when I'm picking my daughter up from school. So I end up going up early at the moment because she's doing her exams. Yeah, it's exams, but this year round, because of COVID, they're not sending them to the exam board. The teachers are marking them. So she's going in, doing one of these exams a day, and then gets to come out at 2:30 or 3:15 instead of 4:45. But some days she's got exams and other days she hasn't, and on the days that she hasn't, she has to stay the extra hour. And you never quite know. I never know what day it is normally, do I? So because of that, I sit outside the school from 2:30 every day, just on the off chance that that's the day that I have to pick her up early. So hopefully I will have something to show you later on in the week on Whips and Bits, because I'm definitely getting down that ball of yarn that I've got in my handbag. Hello Julie, how you doing, darling? And how are all the animals? Have we got any newbies on the farm? So Susan, are you still about, darling? And if you are, what are you up to? Same with you, Jen, and Linda, if you're here as well. What are you girls up to? Because you're not typing lots tonight, which means I think you lot are sitting there all crocheting, listening to me gabble on. So I'm hopefully we'll get a few more people in. So if you could do me a big fat favour, girls, if you haven't already, can you hit the thumbs up button? You know I hate asking, but can you hit that thumbs up? And hopefully it will notify a couple of other people that I'm actually on. Because although I did put the stream up, they might have jumped onto the old one, not the new one. Hi Christine, welcome in, darling. 3 new, oh beautiful. So Julie's farm has gained 3 new kids and a foal. That is beautiful. Should we explain to people what the kids are, or just let them get confused, Julie? So what are you girls up to? Oh. What have we got? 4 viewers. Ah, Susan's doing the mystery cow crochet along by Othello Talks. I can never say her name properly. I've seen that actually. Some of the because it starts off with granny squares, doesn't it? And then you work around and do some other bits and pieces. So I have seen that one there, Susan. It does look really, really pretty. What colourway are you using? Are you using hers or your own choice? Oh, Julie, you spoiled it. Yes, baby goats and a baby horse or a baby foal. Jen is just doing her hair up in pigtails. Are we doing simple pigtails or are we doing plait pigtails, Jen? I thought you might have meant a horse, Julie. That's why I said it. I'm being a bit cheeky. And Linda's back in, and she's saying hello from Maine. Hiya, darling. It's nice to have you in. Oh, okay. So Susan's doing the account in a choice of 14 different colours. I'm waiting to see what it looks like at the end as to whether I want to actually sit there and play around with all them sewing in ends. I have enough of sewing in the ends on the blankets that I do for you guys, let alone picking up another one that's got granny squares in it. I'm happy you could make it as well, and Linda. She's saying glad that she could make it. So what time is it over at yours at the moment, Linda, Susan, Julie? I know yours, and yours, Jen. So if you're outside of the UK, excluding Ireland, I'm being evil. What time is it? Who fancies a quick competition tonight? Yes, Nat, it's definitely working, my darling. Nice to have you in, honey. Sorry about being a pain on the last one. I had no chat bar. You guys had no volume, so I was like, I'm switching all this off. And when I came to redo it again, it said it was still streaming. Hope not, because otherwise you'd have seen me scoff me grab. So Linda's America then 5 hours behind. Okay, so it's sort of middle of the afternoon for you, isn't it? Is there any chance you can up the sound at your end, Nat? Because I've got everything turned up as high as I can this end, I think. I'm having issues working out which mics I should be using and not be using, because when we tried to set up exactly the same kit that was upstairs downstairs, the mic decided it wasn't going to pick up. So it's 2:30 p.m. So it's just after lunch then, Linda. And Julie is saying she had a problem joining at first. Joining this live or joining the old live, darling? I think we all had issues with the old live. Right, so this competition. Are we doing it just for fun tonight? Or do you guys want a mystery pattern? Waiting to see what you say. Okay, I'll try and keep looking at the thing and hopefully you'll be able to do a bit of cheeky lip reading that. So sorry, honey. I'll go quite loud. I can't go too loud, otherwise my voice will go funny. Okay. So you both are having issues. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to look at the editing software. I'm gonna move something. So I'm going to move it a bit. You tell me if my voice goes up at this moment in time or if I'm still quite quiet. Right, has there been any change, gang? You love right, Linda's saying that she loves the dragon I made. Right, Linda, if you go on to the last whips and bits, in the description box is the details on the dragon. Okay, it's gone up a bit. Right, I found the right button, gang. I am so chuffed with myself. Right, I'm going back. I'm going to max it out. This way you tell me I'm blowing your eardrums off. There we go. Fingers crossed that's good enough for you, gang. And you can all hear me and then you can turn me down again because I'm too loud and doing your nutting. Right, beautiful. Yeah, so I was saying the dragon, I haven't got it in here. My daughter's, it's gone. It's up in her room. I'm not going to get that back. It was Vincent the Dragon. And as I said, all the pattern details are on the last whips and bits. If I remember, I will put them in the box for this one as well for when we stop being live. Right, okay, I have got the cards out. So this one is basically there's 10 of a kind, and I give you a title and you've got to give me a number that I pick, because we'll do it again. Do it the same way we did it a couple of months ago now, wasn't it? So I basically, one of you chooses a number, and from that number, that's whoever picks that word that's associated with the number wins the prize. Hi, Eve. Evie. Nice to see you in, honey. If you haven't already, can you click that thumb to tell everybody else I'm on as well, please? What I want to do is your moose. It's a nice one to do, Linda. It's the biggest out of all of the blankets that I've done so far. And if you do it, I think you'll be like the third person to give it a go. So far, I've got one other person that's completed it, the moose. And I showed that last week, didn't I? So I've got one person that's finished the moose. It would be nice to see a couple more, to be honest. But as I said, they are big. And mine was just done in a DK yarn. So if you're going larger on it, it's going to be massive. If you go up the upper size in yarn. You're going to have to do it if you're where you live is known for mooses. Right, so let me think. Julie, you still here, darling? If you are, can you pick me a number between 1 and 10, please? And number 9. Right. Okay then. So blue or orange? Susan. Blue or orange? So Linda's saying she's in between her crochet along and she needs to start it. Is that my I'm lost. Who's crochet along, Linda? Right, okay, so we got blue. Right. So oh, this one's not too bad. We are looking for things found in a bathroom. And it is going to be number 9. Okay. So I'm only saying that. I'm pretty much saying that to myself. So fire it off. Things that you can find in a bathroom, and you can say it as many times as possible. And when I shout stop, then that is the that means that the winner has said it. Oh, Jada in Stitches. I haven't had a nose at her channel for about a week. I must have missed it. Nope, not the basin, Julie. That's not even on the list. How did that manage to escape the list? Tub's on there, but it's not the one we're after. Soap's on there, but not the one we're after. Scales, toilet. Keep going, gang. Keep going. As many things as you can. Just keep firing loads. Fire loads. Shower, bath, bath. Nope. Might take you a while. Don't know why though. No, keep going, gang. Oh, not quite there, Ivy. Keep going, honey. Keep going, all of you. Washcloth, sink. Nope, still keep going. Some of you have got a little bit closer than others. I don't know why. Oh, you're stretching it now, Julie, rubber duck. Is that even on there? No, they didn't put it in. That's so evil. You guys are going to kick yourself. Absolutely kick yourself when I say what number 9 is. No, keep going. Couple of you have been, as I said, have been on the right wavelength with it. Desperate. Right, I'll give you a little clue. Oral hygiene. Oh, I used 2 long words. And it's not a toothbrush, Julie. Someone's already said that, actually. Sorry, I'm giggling because I said oral hygiene and Linda's come out with toilet. But I know she said that after I'd said what I'd said. No, not toothpaste, honey. Not mouthwash. Nope, still not toothpaste. Peroxide. Nah. Goodbye? No, don't think so. Okay, stop it there, Julie. I'm going to give this one to you, honey. I'm assuming FLOSD is your way of spelling floss. Yeah, you got it. Right. So here we go. It is a dental floss and number 9. There we go. Congratulations, Julie. You know what to do. Fire me an email. Unless, of course, you don't want another pattern, and then we'll just tag it for playing the game's sake. Oh, dear. Right, so who wants to pick the next number? Chapter 18. I don't get what you mean there, Julie. Sorry, darling. Right, okay, so our next one up. Julie, do me a favour, babe. Orange or blue and pick me a number. Julie, your spelling's as bad as mine. That's why I knew exactly what you meant earlier on. All right then, Linda. We'll take your number 7, darling. Right, so for number 7, are we going blue or are we going orange? Your first pattern. Yeah, give me a message, Jules. Sorry, Julie. Give me a message and we'll sort something out. It took longer to send because of your autocorrect. Oh, bless you, Nat. Don't worry. There's plenty other goes, isn't there? Oh, dear. Right, okay, so hold on, we've got number 7 from Linda and she's going for blue. So I'm just giving them a bit of a shuffle. Okay, can't help it. Right, number 7, beautiful. Right, it is a popular pub names. That's a popular pub names. So just fire off the names of all your locals and hopefully sooner or later we will come around to the right one. Hiya, Handmade Designs. Welcome in, my darling. Right, in case you missed it, we are playing the card game again. It is a case of telling me a popular pub names, and the number 7 has already been chosen, so that's the answer. And it's just a case of popping your ideas into the comments section, and you can use as many different names as you like. No, not the 5 bells, honey. I'll give you a few minutes, and if no one gets it, I'll start dropping clues. No, not White Horse or White Hart, girls. Oh, if only someone had picked number 6. That was the White Hart. Right, Pig and Whistle, and no, Green Dragon. Oh, wow. I had a shop called that, but we didn't. People didn't go in there to buy alcohol. It was a bit of a naughty shop. Crown and Anchor. I'm assuming it is pretty much a pub, but I have seen Australian pubs named this as well. So it's quite universal, really. Alright, the question is popular pub names, so just pop it in. Linda's saying she was too blasted to remember. Congratulations, Ivy. It is the crown. I'll let you get away with forgetting the. There we go. Hope that's come up. Yeah, you can see it. Brill. I really should be writing these down because, like, oh, brain's like a sieve and I'm smacking myself in the head with the pen that I never used. Right, so we've got now, Ivy, the pattern that you've won is a corner to corner. If it's not something you'd be up for, just say and I'll roll the prize on to the next round. Sorry, that's all I can really do at the moment. I haven't got any patterns for anything else. Just corner to corners. Ah, Sabrina's in. Hello, honey. Right, Ivy, you can do that. Is that you can do corner to corners and you happily grab the pattern? Or I can do that, roll it on. I get easily confused, really easily confused. Right, let's pop that down for a little bit. Otherwise I'll end up giving out patterns willy-nilly. Beautiful. Yeah, as I said, drop me an email at the end of the live. The information will be in the bottom of the information tab on this video or any of my others, really. Brain has shut down, gang. Right, so what else have you guys been up to this week? As you saw, I did pop a video out earlier on today, which is me doing another one of those shopping trips where I don't buy nothing. So I'm nicknamed it the window shopping. Because that's sort of something we used to say when I was younger. My mum would be like, right, we're going past the toy shop, you can only window shop, which meant that we weren't going to buy anything. Do I have right, okay, hold on a second, where am I lost? Right, Linda's asking, do I have any new designs in mind? I have got one that I will be making up shortly. I haven't started it yet. I've got the yarn pack ready to go there. It's a couple of colours short, but that's because it's Audi and the other stuff's Audi yarn that I'm going to be using because I need to get a shot of it. And so fingers crossed, hopefully I'll have that out to you next month. And if I get my finger out, there might be another pattern that comes out sometime this month, because I am team working with somebody, but I've been a bit lapse, and when I contact her, possibly tomorrow, she can give me a kick up the bottom. So Ivy's testing a shawl pattern. Cool. So whose pattern is that, Ivy? Yeah, as I said, most of my stuff has been either poppy or the dress that I've already unpicked once. Ah, you're back onto planting up the polytunnel. I nearly said ponytail then. You can tell I'm tired. I'm reading stuff skewy, back to front and upside down. Right, so Julie is doing a tiny bit of crochet and a huge amount of farm work, including planting up the polytunnel. So what's everybody else crocheting? A no sew pocket shawl. Oh, that sounds intriguing. Anything that says no sew, I like the sound of normally. I just haven't got time to pick up another creator's pattern, not while I'm doing this dress. And do the dress, get that over and done with, so I've got something to wear to the weddings actually, because I've got two. So luckily both sets of people that are getting married don't know each other and they don't share any friends, so I'm reusing the dress. Cheeky, I know, but the amount of work that's going to go into it, I don't mind if it sits in two sets of pictures. So Handmade Designs is a knitting a shawl and a top, and then Linda is on a granny shawl. So you girls are quite busy. I take it you've all got your hooks in your hand tonight, which is why we're not chatting so much. And then our Sabrina said she's just finished lots of I've just finished lots of things and starting more baby things, knitting and crochet. Our Sabrina's a little bit of a witch there because she can use knitting needles as well as hooks. Okay, Nat. Right, Nat's going to go and jump in the bath to freshen up. Unless, of course, she's taken us with her. Have you taken us with you? Because to be honest, I've done that in the past. Ah, Jules is in. Hiya, Jules. She's saying, hello, everyone. Cindy's popped in and she's saying that she's working on an Afghan for her grandson. It's a Reese's peanut butter cup wrapper colours. So that's what, bright oranges and dark browns. Ooh. I think. I haven't seen one of them for a while, mind. And Julie's in the middle of a humbug's blanket. Is that humbug? No, there's no B in it. Okay, she's in the middle of a blanket. You're making the shawl. Jules is making the shawl in a sheep's wool. I've only ever seen it on YouTube. I haven't had my hands on that yarn yet. What do you think of it, Jules? Linda's saying she likes to keep busy, less eating. That's pretty much why I'm manic on the crocheting rather than the snacking. Oh, Nat took us with her. She took us in the bath, gang. Oh, pants, Jen. Fire me off an email and we'll set the worlds to right. Because our Jen said she's meant to be making a cardie for Mother's Day on the 6th of June, but her crojo has upped and done one. Have had a lot going on with Mum's op and mother-in-law being ill though, which I know about because Jen told me the other week. Are they getting any better, them two girls? Jen? Julie? Oh, it's a very big blanket. I think it's gonna be. What stitch are you using for that, Julie? Oh, okay, Jules. Jules is saying, hold on, I've got to zoom back up and get the right name for it. Lost it. The sheep's as well is, where's it gone? It's the first time that she's used it, but she loves it as it feels lovely and it isn't as splitting as she thought it would be. So that's good to know. Oh, you cheating toe rag, Nat. No, it's basically saying on that last question when we were going on about the bathroom, she was like, why do you think I had so many bath items to list? So she was laying in her bath, giving herself a scrub down, and then started typing in all the things she could see. And she still didn't get it. Sorry, Nat. Couldn't resist. Oh, crikey. Franca. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, honey. Sorry if I'm not. Any ideas for a stitch that's not deadly boring for a blanket? Well, I do the corner to corner, which is deadly boring. But where I swap the colours around, it works out quite nice in the end. I don't know, I've only ever really done simple blankets other than, as I said, other than the corner to corner, I've stuck to pretty simple, boring, monotonous ones. That means I can do it without paying any real attention after about the first 5 or 6 rows. Sorry, I couldn't be any more help than that, honey. Oh, crikey, Linda, that's a massive amount. Linda's got 50 hats done, and she'll be sending them to Rose Likes Crochet for her charity wings. Wow, that's a big amount of hats. Were they all crocheted, or did you cheekily use a Centro or sewing machine for those, Linda? Bavarian stitch 76 square. What's that for, Julie? That is one heck of a parcel, Linda. Right, so of course Linda's got these 50 hats that she's going to be sending to Rose, and she's also sending along 3 shawls as well. I hope I got that right, Linda, and I've not stitched you up there. Yay, I got it right. Don't expect me to get it right next time, Franca, because I literally 1 minute I'll get a name, and the next minute I don't. I'm not even attempting your surname. No, I'm not going to do it. I should explain for any of you that don't know, I'm actually dyslexic, so I've got my screen set on black with white writing, as I haven't worked out how to change the colouring around yet. And so when I'm sitting here staring at the screen trying to work out what you've typed, it's because the words are bouncing around or the letters are not quite in the right order. So that's why I'm a bit iffy when I see people's names. If it's not a really, really commonly spelt name, it throws me for a little while until I can work out the sequence of letters. Thank you, Julie, for suggesting that idea to Franca. Oh, that's brilliant, Jen. Right. Jen's saying that her mum's eyes are getting really good now. She went in for an eye operation, about 3 weeks ago now, wasn't it, honey? And she can finally nearly see. This is brilliant. Okay, so most of the stuff that Linda's sending is pretty much crocheted by hand and some knitted. Whew. Yes, Franca, she said 50 hats. I thought I was insane with the poppies, but at least my poppies are small. So go on then, Julie. Tell us, how tall is that boy of yours? She's saying her number 2 son, his bed is massive because he is very tall. Have I missed? Is that the blanket that you're working on at the moment then? Hey, our Kim's in from Kim's Crochet and Knits. Hello, honey. Thank you for coming in, babes. Really? You are so evil, Franca. I had it in my head then and it reminded me of an advert, which is rather worrying. But it's a pizza advert. I can't do it. I'm sorry, darling. I can't get my tongue around the letters in my brain cell. All right, okay, so Julie has suggested to Franca that Cedar are doing a free sampler type blanket that is great and over 5 weeks at the moment. And I probably said that yarn company's name wrong as well. Cripes, Linda, you is a speed demon. Linda's saying that she can crochet 2 to 3 hats a day. I can't remember how long it takes for me to do hats. I haven't made one in a while. I think the last one I did was chocolate bonbon by our Crystal at Bag a Day for my daughter, and that was before Christmas now, because the one I've made of the year before didn't fit her head anymore. Okay, I've got a confession, Franca. I actually went to school with a girl who was called Franca. So now I see your picture and I'm relating your face to that lass from school. It might sound really strange, but for me, normally with the name, I forget it really, really quickly. So what I do is if I know somebody with that name, I try and pair the two faces up. So when I see a name or I see a person, it instinctively jumps over to the other person with the same name, and then the name comes out of my gob. Sounds really strange, I know, but that's because I am. Petroli? No, no, I ain't got it, have I? That reminded me of a bit of a Harry Potter spell then, so that's not good. Oh, bless. Thank you, Linda, for splitting it up. It ain't going to make much difference, honey. Sabrina, you know I can't, and I automatically say I attempt it and I get it wrong every single time with your surname, honey. I can sit there and listen to you say it 30 times and I'd still get it wrong. Oh, pants, Jen. I'm not going to read that one out, darling. Just know I'm thinking of you guys, all right? Okay, Linda's saying, is that correct, Frank? Lucky I didn't attempt to say it. Frank, where did I go to school? I actually went to school in the UK, in Essex. But what was it? We had a couple of really different names, especially for the 90s when I was in that school. We had a Franca and a Della. Oh, what else was there? There was a Theon as well. These names were never really heard of. It was very basic and boring names. There was 2 Angelas in the same registration group. Need I say any more, really? And 2 Tims. So, and Ian was popular as well. So, when there was a different name, it was quite difficult for me to get my head around it, to be honest. Oh, bless you. Don't... All right, Jen's bouncing between hers and her mother-in-law's house to help her other half out with stuff. No, I'm still not doing it, Franca. I'm not risking the surname because the way you might sound out letters be completely different to me. I know I'm all right with you, Sabrina. She's saying, haha, it's okay, and she's heard me attempt it. I've tried to attempt it about 3 or 4 times now overnight on the phone. So that's why when I speak about Sabrina in my videos, I normally go, Sabrina, Melody, and let the surname fade off so you guys can't quite hear it. All right, so you're also over here as well, Franca. This is pretty cool. We've got quite a few Brits in today. I'm quite shocked. I thought you might have been drying yourself nuts in as you've gone quiet for a little bit. Just got out the bath and all. Linda, I'm not even attempting to read out that surname of yours. You're being horrible to me. Franca's picking on me, gang. Just doesn't work for me. Oh, look, stop it. A lot of you are being evil gits tonight. I love you all, but you're evil gits. Yeah, please give me a thumbs up while you're picking on me. Right, okay. It just seems really, really weird. Right, I would have said Patoli, meaning I've got the letters around the wrong way. Yeah, because see what I mean? I've mixed the O's and the I's up, I think. This is where we find out two of my crazes are related. So Kim, I haven't picked on you yet this evening, darling. What are you working on? And the same with you, Sabrina. What are you working on? I'm giving up, Franco. Stop picking on me. I'll get there in the end, but I'll end up getting fixated with it, which means you guys won't actually have... I won't end up talking about anything at all. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, sorry, Sabrina. You did say, didn't you? Oh, dear. Lots of shawls and baby things. Oh, dear. Right, come on. Let's pick on another game. Right, so there we go. I'm going to go Kim this time round. Kim, pick me a number between 1 and 10, honey, and orange or blue, please, my darling. And I'll sit here and shuffle me cards. We're just waiting on our Kim to see if she picks what number she picks and what colour back. Thank you for the thumbs up, Franca. Oh. Anybody? Okay. Looking like Kim might have run off to the loo or something. Sabrina, can you pick me a number between 1 and 10, please, and a colour either orange or blue? Oh, there we go. Thank you, Sabrina. 7 and orange. Righty ho. So the question for this one. Oh, I've done something wrong there. Right, so the question for this one is methods of communication. Type down as many different methods of communication as you can think, and the first one that gets to number 7 gets to win. Anybody? My chat has gone a deadly still. There we go. Oh, Jules! Not even 3 seconds for your first one out. Congratulations, Jules. You got it. It's email. That was a really clever answer there, Susan. And yours was number 2, darling. Oh, wow. Okay, that was over far too quickly. Far too easy. But congratulations, Jules. Remember, send me an email at the end of the live, darling, and we'll sort you out a C2C pattern if you want it. If you don't want it, please say, and I'll just roll it over. I won't be offended. I know some people don't like corner to corners. Oh no, I've got to thank you. Stupid pen. Only way you can get it, Franca, is to win it, honey. And so it's just a case of joining in when I fire off a quick competition. There's also chances as well on some of my other videos. I sometimes do sneak a little competition in here and there, so that you have a chance that way as well. Because you're quite new to the channel. Have you joined the channel yet, Franca? Or are you just popped in because you come across us today? Oh. Just trying to think. I did have a competition that was running on one of my lives that I was meant to actually have picked the winner to and told you about last week. So once I've finished here, I'm actually going to be recording and finding out who the winner of that one is. Bit sneaky of me, I know. Oh, cool. I hadn't actually looked. I haven't looked at new people that have come in for the last couple of weeks because I've just been manic. Normally, I go through and then I have a nose at the channel to see if you've got anything on your channel, if you post anything. Susan, has my daughter settled back in okay? I've barely seen her, to be honest. She sleeps half the day, then she gets up, she eats some food, she does her own washing, comes down for dinner. But she landed a job, didn't she? Before she came home, so she had an online interview, and they'd said, "Oh, come in Tuesday." And this was like on the Friday, which was why she ended up coming home that weekend, was so that she could go for a second interview. And so she's on her first full shift tonight. So she might wake up at silly o'clock tomorrow, sort of what she meant to be. I think she's doing a late shift as well tomorrow, so she'll probably get up about 2:30, 3 o'clock. But she seems to have settled in all right. She's not doing her heads in yet, which is quite strange. Franca, I'm a lot older than 12, my darling. I have got a nearly 21-year-old daughter and a 16-year-old daughter. It's all right. I'm having to think strangely because one's birthday has just gone and the other one's birthday is next week. So this week it completely confuses me. Next week I'll be able to say I've got a 16 and a 21-year-old. So no, I'm actually in my 40s, Franca. I'm just quite lucky. The lighting's doing well. It's hiding half the wrinkles. The glasses hide the other half. And because I've got my hair pulled back, that stretches the wrinkles back as well. Ah, you've got June, baby. Mine were both May. Only adopted, Linda. Only adopted. Yeah, I started. This is a strange thing for quite a few people. I started quite early with my kids. I was 21 when I had my first, but on my medical records, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. On my medical records, they wrote geriatric mother. The average age where I lived was actually 18 for your first. And if you'd had one child by the time you were 16, you'd have had 3 by the time you hit 18. Right, so Franca's saying I'm younger than her. So it's Susan's birthday and next week as well. Happy birthday for next week if I don't get to see you beforehand. Stop saying I'm old enough to be your kid, gang. This is worrying now. I know, Jen, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Jen's saying, oh my God, I know, when you're over 28, they call you a geriatric mother. The silly thing was, I was 21 and they were calling me a geriatric. On the paperwork, it said geriatric mother, but the midwife, I think, was there when my nan was born. I think she helped my great nan give birth to my nan type thing. She was that old. And all the way through, it was, this is disgusting. She was saying stuff like, this is disgusting, children shouldn't be having children. And my mum was like, she's 21, she's not a baby, she'll be my baby, but she's not a baby. And the midwife just wouldn't have any of it. And Linda has 2 adopted daughters, one's 43 and the other is 37. So I'm sort of in the middle, aren't I, really? Cripes, Julie. She was 20 with her first and 39 when she had her second. Crikey, that's a big gap. I've got a 5-year age gap. I'd rather it had been smaller, but it didn't happen, thankfully. Right, so Franca was not 27, she was 28 with her first. And Jules was 19 with her first and 32 with my third and last. Are you sure about that, Jules? The way you said last. It's like, it's my last one. Okay, we got Julie giggling about the geriatric at 21. Exactly, I thought that was really strange. But as I said, the midwife thought I was 15. My paperwork said I was geriatric at 21. And I was just like, whoa, strange. But then with the second one, I was, 25 when I was pregnant with her, and they were trying to push on the amniocentesis test for Down syndrome. Because in their head, I was old. And I didn't meet any of the markers, so we didn't do it. Don't ask Franca. I really haven't got any idea. Franca's saying if I was a geriatric, God knows what she would have been. I bet you're still traumatised by that age gap, Julie. You think you're over and done with, and all of a sudden another one goes, ooh, I'm here. No. So Natalie was 32 with her one and only. And Franca's sister was 40 with her first. It's mad, isn't it? It's whatever we feel comfortable with. If you feel comfortable at the age that you're at when you have your babes, that's the best thing. And 43 with her second. Oh, cripes. I don't know. I quite like the fact that I was a youngish mum. I think with the first, yeah, it was a bit, oh my gosh, what have I done type scenario. By the time I got round to the second, I was comfortable in the role and I knew roughly what I was doing. So I quite liked being 25 with a baby over being 21 because I think I've mentally grown a bit more as well. But I don't think I'd want one now because that would mean I'd be in my mid-60s before I can offload them to uni. Nah, it's a bit too much for me. Right, so where are we? And Jules is saying that she has grandchildren now. So I am demanding more and being told no. Laugh out loud. I childmind the granddaughters as I'm kept busy. Don't get me wrong, I would love grandkids, but not yet. I need to get them out the house. My kids well and truly gone and out the house first. Let them have a bit of a life before they tie themselves up with kids. So I'm hoping I'm like mid-50s, early 60s before I get grandkids. Because by then, you see, I might have one of them electric scooters, and then I can put a basket on the front and a basket on the back and 2 speakers on the side, so we can pump tunes as we're speeding down. Because guaranteed one of them kids will know how to use a spanner and be able to turn up the speed of the thing. And Julie is saying that her lad is now 28. Crikey, Franca, that was a speedy birth, that one. Susan's saying that her boys are 42, 41 and 38. I hope you're not trying to set them up. I'm a married woman, you know, girl. Married woman. Julie is a nana. And she's rearing 2 of the grandkids along with her number 1 son and most of the farm as well. I'll add that bit in for you, Jules. Jen's eldest has just turned 32. Now, she was only 18, but she looked about 13, and the midwife kept telling her off like she was 9 or something. And then 10 years later, she's a flipping geriatric. So Jen knows how it feels. There was only, 3 years between us, Jen? And you got the same thing. Wouldn't surprise me if we had the same flipping midwife as well. Ouch. Linda, your poor mum. She started at 16 with her first and finished at 33 with her 8th child. Mate, she should have just come and joined us in the asylum. Crikey, 8. I can't really say much. My mum was one of 7. It was the norm, wasn't it? Sort of 50s, 60s, 70s. And Susan has her 9-year-old granddaughter permanently. That is amazing, Linda. All of those 9 kids were born at home with a midwife. Don't blame you, Franca. Right, Franca is saying that she told her son no grandchildren until he finishes uni and gets a proper job, and that she is too young. To be honest, I've said to my eldest, go and have fun first. Don't even think about it. And she's turned around and said, forget it, Mum. I'm not going down that route. I'll just adopt when I'm 40. So if she keeps to that, I'll be quite chuffed. Oh, wow. Right, Jules. She says she was 40 when she had her first granddaughter. And she was also deaf. She was deaf when she had her 3 babies. And she has a cochlear implant. Hold on. Sorry, I should explain something here, Jules. My best mate has got a cochlear implant. I can't get on with it. It's not that she can't get on with it. I can't get on with her being able to hear me. It's really strange. Me and her will spend hours talking to each other and there is no sound in the room because I will lip read her and she lip reads me. And I used to work with adults with challenging behaviour, so I know basic Makaton and a bit of sign language. So all of a sudden, when someone goes, I've got a cochlear implant, my hands start moving and I try and sign. So I'm now going to sit on my hands and be a good girl for a bit. Sorry, getting back to what Jules was saying, what was it? I was 40 with my first granddaughter. I was deaf when I had my 3 children and had a cochlear implant before the granddaughter was born. And she got to hear her first cry. It was the most magical moment ever that was. No, I fully get that because, as I was saying, when I'm like with my mate, she had her first daughter, and there's only like a year or so between her first and mine. And she had her first daughter, and then she had her cochlear implant as well, and then she fell pregnant with her second. And she said she actually felt like she was sort of cheating a little bit because it all felt so new and so magical because she was finally able to hear the heartbeat rather than feel the heartbeat for the baby. Because she had one of the pads that you could get that would put vibrations through, and they managed to do something so that she put her hand on the pad and she could feel the heartbeat. Right. What was it? Oh, Jules. Julie's saying, Jules, that was lovely. I must admit, gorgeous story. Okay, so Jen is saying that hers was a right old trout for the eldest, but she had a lovely lady for her middle one and her youngest. Now I fully get what you mean there. As I said, my midwife for my first was quite an older lady. With my second, I would say that the main midwife was probably in her late 30s, early 40s, but they asked if I wanted a trainee in with us. So I'd say, go on then, it's my second, and we were actually having a water birth with the second. So I was like, yep, come on in, because I know water births aren't as popular as other methods. And the midwife realised that me and my husband were wind up merchants within about 10 minutes of us being there. And oh my gosh, that poor lass, the trainee, we wound her up as something chronic through the whole thing. Franca's sister with her had a consultant put her sister under stress by telling her how irresponsible she is for waiting so long. Mate, everyone's got a flipping opinion, haven't they? It depends on the situation of each. And as I said, each of us have a different time when that baby will turn up, and a different age. To be honest, Franca's also saying that her niece was born with the cord around her neck. She was so angry when she found out. To be honest, that's quite a common thing. It happened with my first as well, where her cord was around her neck. It happened with my sister. It just depends on how much room the little one's got to wiggle and move around. If they decide they want to do swimming lessons and pirouetting, then they've got more of a chance, haven't they, of it happening. Right, Linda is off now. She said she needs to run. Be safe, everyone. Enjoy your evening. Night night, Linda. Have a nice evening, darling. Or afternoon, I should say. Oh dear. Oh, Susan. Oh, no, thank you. That was something I dreaded. Definitely something I dreaded. Was that or any sort of op. Can we change the subject now? I'm getting all squeamish. Whisper. Hello, my darling, and welcome in. So, Whisper, what are you up to tonight, my darling? Are you creating or are you just chilling? Right, so peoples are just saying hello to our gorgeous Whisper, and saying goodbye to our Linda. So how long have we been? How long have I been bugging you for? Just over the hour now. Right, I think, to be honest, gang, I think I'm gonna have to call it a night because I am sitting here. I'm exhausted. Because of course I've gone back to having to share a bed full time with the husband, and I. Whereas if I was sitting up late crocheting, I could jump in my daughter's bed because of course she wasn't there. So now I've had to start going to bed at about 9:30 so I can get an hour's sleep in before he tips up, because he likes to dance in his sleep. So. Oh yes, I did see that the other day. You was chatting about it, wasn't you? A Whisper is chilling at the moment. She's working on a crochet socks, testing a pattern for our gorgeous J-hook crochet. I did see that actually. Was it your live or was it? No, it was. It was your live. I sneaked in. Yeah, so I think I'm sorry to do it to you, Whisper, but I think I am gonna say goodnight to you all now. And I will try and catch. I've got a couple of other videos are coming out this week, and of course we've got the Throwback Friday, and Whips Bits and Chat on Sunday, and because I need to get this dress done so I've got something to wear for the wedding, and then I can tackle the next pattern out to you guys. And so if you're still on and you were lucky enough to win a pattern this evening, send me an email and I will get to them tomorrow morning when I wake up and my brain's back in gear. Alright, so good night everybody. I'll see you all really, really soon. Ciao for now.